third frame between Mr. Jack Jones and Mr. Zhang. Before I start a video, don't forget to subscribe and press bell icon so you get all of my video notification. Without further delay, let's start a video.
With plenty to ponder, he knows his Welsh opponent is up for it today. Ander is the seed. He hasn't been at the Crucible since 2016. And the longer he waits to win a frame, the more uncomfortable he will feel.
He didn't mean the cue ball to go between green and brown there. He played it to go behind the green. That tells us he caught the reds too thick, and that's why this red has gone over this pocket. Yeah, a little shake of the head there. It's not unlucky that that red's finished over the pocket. He caught too much of it.
Chance for Mr. Zhang.
Yeah, nicely cued from Zhang. Little flick off the pack, and he's on this blue to the yellow corner.
Red ball, a cue ball on the blue ball.
And if he can pop this blue and get on a red, nice little opportunity this early in frame 3 to settle, and he hasn't settled yet. Like you say, Rob, the longer you're out there without putting that frame on the board, you feel the Crucible walls closing in on you.
Well,
this was always wide, wasn't it? This was always to that right half of the pocket.
Oh, red,
as I said,
blue ball,
Zhang
bubbled
yet to
out.
settle in this match. Not easy as the seed, as we said before. You know, the argument about being the qualifier, you're sharp, you're match fit. Zhang won't have been playing anyone in the couple of weeks leading up to this. He's been doing a lot of solo work, but he's not match sharp, and it's showing at the moment.
Could be a 3-0.
Has he not been here for 8 years? He's never arrived as a seed. He's never played a match at the Crucible yet, where on paper he's the favourite. And he is the favourite for this because of what a brilliant season he's had. That's a different mindset, I think, and a different level of pressure.
Yeah, winning when you're supposed to win and performing when you're expected to is a challenge that not everybody does well carrying. That's a mantle that's very difficult to carry. It's what makes the greats and what they've achieved even more special, because they're expected to do it and they still deliver time after time. It's very hard walking out here and performing when you're meant to. It's much easier coming in under the radar and not having anything expected of you. Nicely played. Very confidently dispatched into the middle pocket.
Well played.
He's out of position there. He played the black before all wrong, but he's recovered the situation nicely here. But that's gone wrong again at first glance. Does one go to the middle pocket? Does the red closest to the cue ball 16 go to the green pocket? It's not what he played for if it does. But fortunate to be on it if he is. He's looking at it now. Yeah, there you see it. Clearly goes. Just taking his time here, deciding where he wants to leave the cue ball. Should he miss it? A very considered player. He won't be rushed. And that very early, wasn't he? They say you should stay down until the ball hits the pocket. You watch him here, he hits the red and he's gone. He's already up. I don't know if he thought he'd missed it. It wobbles in off that far knuckle. I'm sure he played for pink or black, so didn't hit that one great. Got the blue waiting. Felt like he played that. That was more about where to leave the cue ball if he misses it, rather than being confident I was going to get it. Yeah, taking luck into opportunity here now. The cue ball in the middle pocket.
Oh, bad luck.
Jack Jones 17.
A little bit unfortunate,
Foul
but he was out of
from
position. He
Mr.
just
Jack
took a bit of a
Jones.
lash at this one. Didn't really know where it was going to go. Cannon the green and felt destined for the middle. So the visit ends. That was a good chance. Look up to his box. His supporters up in the family balcony. But no real damage done.
No obvious opportunity here for Zhang, who's potted 14 balls to his opponent's 45. Really nice cue ball there, though, Sean. He's not
Well
panicking
played.
just yet, that's for sure.
Good safety from
Mentioned
Mr.
earlier on
Zhang.
in frame one, I think, that we said one of his qualities is patience, and that's being showed here, as you said.
Very
All the
well
games have been played by
skilled
Jack
cue
Jones so
ball.
far, but that is an excellent safety shot. Not just the weight on the cue ball, but its position using yellow and blue to cut off access to the reds. And of course, with the foul and a miss rule, Jack being able to hit one of those reds, full ball, that's going to come into play. If he plays to skim off the reds or rest up to some of them, he's only going to get 2 chances to that, and the third time he'd be warned. So the trouble here. Bit of extra noise in the crucible as play's just finished for the first 4 frames on the other table as everyone leaves that side for refreshments. It's one of the things you get used to here. Doesn't want the cannon on the brown. No, good length. He has left this red to the right corner, but it's very, very difficult from there. Good length. Just a question of how Zhang goes for this red. I'm sure he will try to pot it. Does he drop it in for the black or play it at pace for blue or bought colour? No, he went fully committed.
That caught.
He's found the gap nicely there, and that flick on the red.
Cue
has left
ball
the cue ball
on a
perfectly
blue ball and a
way.
brown ball.
Struck that really, really well. It's not been a great session for
Very
him so
well
far.
hit
And had
from
he
Mr.
missed that,
Zhang.
he probably would have offered up this third frame, but as it is, he's got himself a chance to win it. Quite a big frame this for Zhang, you feel, in the context of the match so far. If he could somehow win this frame and the next and get to 2 each at the interval, he'd feel like he'd won the lottery, because he's not really been involved so far.
Important match for Mr. Zhang before a refreshment break.
7.
A little flick off the red. Getting him perfectly positioned on the blue after Jack left him in with that long opener. chance to show the Crucible crowd why he's become a ranking event winner this season. Whew. Well, that wiped its feet on the way in. Total focus and concentration needed here from Zhang. He's under just a little bit of pressure in the early stages from Jack Jones. Well, that was not a clean pot.
15.
Another black from Mr. Zhang.
22.
He struck that well. Cue ball perfectly where he wanted it to be.
30. 31.
Good angle on the black now. He can pot this with just a trace of left-hand side, and the cue ball bounce on and off this cushion and glide past those 5 reds, and will be on all of them to this left-hand corner. He's missed the black.
Missed black.
Zhang under 31.
Goodness
But
me,
luckily
what an
saved.
unexpected miss that is. He turns away in absolute disgust with himself. What a sitter of a shot this is to have missed, with an opportunity to win this frame
Shot.
at his mercy. Having missed it, he sits there fuming with himself. Having missed it, you'd have to say he's been very lucky to cover that pocket. His mind will be all at sea now. He can see he's just lost his composure. He's not really ready for this shot. He hasn't even looked at the possibility of the red nearest the black spot, off the cushion and in off the black. He hasn't even seen it.
He's definitely feeling it out there, Zhang. It's been a brilliant season. It's been a whole host of firsts. First semi-final, first final, first title. Huge amount of prize money. Storming up the rankings. He's pretty much had it all his own way all season. But he's looking a little bit uncomfortable here on the Crucible stage. Based on what he's produced this season, you would have fully expected him to secure this frame in a single visit. Needs to find a way of settling here. And Jack Jones, with cue balls like that, is not making it easy.
That red all wrong. With the black over the pocket, it's blocking the path for any red, so he kind of got away with that, and he's left the cue ball underneath the brown, which makes this very, very awkward for Jack. But he's all at sea at the moment, Zhang. not the black, surely. Yeah, just queuing over the brown there. Just put a bit of unwanted side spin on the cue ball. That pushed the cue ball offline. Hooked this red way too thick into the black. In fairness to him, he did raise his hand in apology for that big slice of fortune as he went back to his chair. This frame feels like it's taken on a lot of importance, doesn't it, in this first 4-frame batch? The tension out there, first session, day one, is already palpable.
As so many great players say, Sean, that
Very important
one of the
match for
ways
Mr. Zhang.
you learn to get to grips with the crucible
Important
is
frame
minimizing
before
the
a
damage when you
refreshment
know
break.
you're having a bad session.
Yeah, you're always
Was
going to
an
have
easy
moments
miss
like
from
this, and it's
Mr.
riding
Zhang.
them out. And as you say,
It
not
was
inflicting as
not
much damage as you can on
expected.
yourself. It's the self-inflicted mistakes that get you in this tournament. It's very rarely that your opponent blows you away. It's those shots that you should get that you don't, and then the ensuing damage that it does to your mindset. That's what gets you here. Oh, but he's just got away with another one there. Lady Luck just favouring Jack Jones here at the moment. Caught that red way too thick and hit the green. Meant to catch this much thinner than that, and having cannoned into the green and seeing the cue ball arc away back to the balk end, he's had quite a big chunky slice of luck there. And this is where the match play comes in. With what's gone on so far, Jack Jones is now playing his shots based on what he can see his opponent is going through. You can see that his opponent's struggling, and he will do everything he can to keep Zhang under it here. The longer he can keep Zhang from potting a red, the better.
We're seeing evidence already this morning of why Jack Jones was able to storm his way to the quarterfinals last year, having denied Barry Hawkins a place at the Crucible in Judgment Day. Beat Ali Carter 10-6 and absolutely dismantled Neil Robertson 13-7. Pushed Mark Allen pretty close, 13-10 in the quarters. He's got the right temperament and game for the Crucible.
About to pot black ball.
Zhang
Good
cannot
safety.
find a way to get on top of his frustrations at the
Struggling
moment.
for a chance.
Jones is winning the early psychological battle here in Sheffield.
Good length on the cue ball again. I'm not absolutely convinced that's exactly what he played there. It was a very fine gap between pink and green to find. If he played that, fair play. The problem here is, as this frame
A good
creeps
reply
towards 20
from
minutes
Mr.
in
Jack
length, is with that
Jones.
black over the corner. Players will just keep chipping these reds, and we'll end up with them all clustered in and around the black very soon. Players just have to be careful as they chip these reds over towards the black that they don't knock it in the pocket. That's definitely a risk here. The natural shot here is the safety off the red closest to the black spot, but that in turn cannons the two reds, and who knows where one of those will go.
That's over 15 minutes since Jack Jones potted a ball, coming up for 8.5 for Zhang. It hasn't been high scoring this morning, but we're seeing some fascinating match play, and we're seeing the qualifier put the top seed under a lot of early pressure.
If you can get through the gap of pink and green to this red.
Risky shot. But executed it easily.
When you're in a situation like this, Sean, how do you try and construct a way to break the deadlock?
I think in situations like this, that the balls dictate. As we watch Jack Jones just trying to rest into this back of this red, he's not made it.
Foul and
Oh,
miss.
Zhang under 4.
I'd be surprised if Zhang has the cue ball replaced here. I think you just let the balls dictate. Don't really try and force anything here. If you can get the cue ball over by the yellow at some stage and force your opponent into playing more of a thicker safety shot and maybe knocking a red towards the black, that can be good. In a funny way there, hitting the blue has actually put Jack in a bit of trouble here now, because the shape he's going to have to hit this red, as you can see Jack queuing up at the red to see where it's going to go. He's going to bring the black into play here. He's just had a look to see if it'll squeeze in off the black. I'm not sure it will. Yeah, he's not even tried it. Now Zhang will play the top red here and clip that back closer to the cluster. Cue ball over by the brown. But with them all being so tied up, even a snooker doesn't necessarily generate a chance here. You're almost better leaving your opponent a shot at a red where they can see it and making them play it. Yeah, it's a good length, but it's not going to get him anything. A few oohs and ahs from the
Chance
crowd
for
here at the
Mr.
Crucible.
Zhang.
That red looked like it was going towards the black, and as it creeps ever closer, the danger of knocking it in accidentally becomes more live.
No, red is not affordable.
Oh, goodness me, it's getting closer.
What a frame this is turning out to be. Dear oh dear.
Well played.
It's actually a very good shot Jack's played there, because he now doesn't leave Zhang the chance to get the cue ball back to balk, which means he's going to take the tactical advantage here. Zhang can only really rest up to these reds. Any other shot would risk knocking the black in. Now that means that Jack will be able to play away at his next visit. And by getting distance in 2 shots time, he'll take the advantage. I wonder tempted to play black cushion first and try to skim off those two reds he's looking at. He hasn't seen the shot I'm mentioning. But any contact on one of these reds directly risks knocking the black in.
Minutes since a ball was potted. It's not always about the big century breaks.
14 minutes passed to last pot. Haven't seen a century break. Pot available to Mr. Jack Jones.
Well, how risky was this? Half ball into the first red. Every red except the one next to the black moved. Now this red next to the corner pocket is cuttable, but it's very, very thin. You've almost got to miss this red altogether to pot it. Since Jack Jones last potted a ball. This is not easy.
Red ball bubbled out.
Dies onto the cushion. Did the kiss on the pink save him? Can Zhang get through and pot this red? Oh, it's very tight. I don't think he can.
Kiss of a pink ball saved Mr. Jack
Almost a little
Jones.
wry smile on the face of the International Championship winner. And a little shake of the head as well.
Not a potable red from that position.
First ball potting in more than 15
Outstanding pot.
minutes.
Tremendous pot from Mr. Zhang.
I think he can
It
just
was
get through
seeming
past
that
red. You can
red
see Zhang
is
almost
not
raised
a
his hand
potable,
there and
but
was
he
using the force to try and stop the
cleanly
cue ball, I think,
potted
briefly.
and position a
I don't know
black
if
ball
it worked or not.
after a 15 or a 16 minutes.
He can get through. And with that shot, normality has broken out at the Crucible.
Yes, that early break of 31
No.
came to an end when he missed the routine black. Has given him
One more
decent lead in
red
this frame.
ball to secure this
Can he get one
frame
on the board at the second time of
and
asking?
decrease a lead.
Here in frame 3. He's nearly there. Zhang face
Finally,
a picture
the
of
frame comes to
concentration.
an end.
He'll want to
after lots of
absolutely shut
drama.
the door here.
Again
Jack
position the
Jones.
black ball by Mr. Zhang.
Well, what a hard-earned frame this has proved to be.
43 points
Taken half an
remaining
hour.
and 56
The way
points
the
ahead.
reds were spread around that black,
in
it
a
looked like
lead.
they could be here for considerably longer. This is more like it from Zhang. Doesn't matter about the misread. Somehow Zhang has found a way to settle.
Finally
He's
win
got one on the board.
a first frame. Well played.